What up? Today I want to talk about OBEs, out of body experiences. And obviously, Darius is the leader in these out of body experiences, and he provides a way of teaching others how to do it. You do have to pay the money to do it. It is about $500. Um, and I understand the cost. I haven't paid the money yet to do it because I'm still trying to do it with my own intuition, thinking that I'm going to be able to when I should probably just bite the bullet and do it. But, you know, there are people that are going to try to have these out of body experiences to use it in the wrong way. And when you pay $500 of your hard earned money to learn this, then you're invested and you're probably doing it for the right reasons. Then at the same time, if you have the skill to leave your body and you complete it, I mean, you have an invaluable skill. So is $500 really that much? So I just want to say that in the get-go. Now let's go back to having out-of-body experiences, is just trying to do it. And you're laying there and you're just like, okay, so my mind is supposed to, like, I'm supposed to stay consciously aware while I let my body go offline and fall asleep. And a lot of people aren't going to be able to stay mentally aware while they let their body go down low enough. Um, and you'll lay there and you'll be like doing good, you feel like, and then you feel like an itch, and you're like, ah, damn, and you itch. So you gotta get past the itches. You can't you gotta like let them go and realize that that's just part of the vessel. That's not part of you. You don't itch. You just think you itch. Or you're laying there and you hear like you might hear some wind, or you might hear like you might be getting close, and then you get excited because you're still thinking, right? So I think there's something that Darius has people listen to. There might even be a blindfold. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure out how to do it because, man, even when I try, I'm so tired the next day. Oh, I'm exhausted the next day. And so for a while, I was like, well, I'm so determined to do this out of body that I'm going to do it no matter what. But then I was just so fried out. And I mean, that's what he's probably talking about, because you're still awake. Your vessel's resting, but your mind's not. So once you get back into your body, you're like, I haven't slept. I've been up doing this shit all night. And that shit sounds amazing. Like, I want to do that, but if I'm not doing it, I don't want to still feel like I'm tired of all get out. Yeah, because it's tough. It's tough. And, part of me just, I know once I leave my body, I'm going to get sucked back in because of the excitement. But I just want to, like, be over my body and, like, see it and feel it, you know? Like, I know it's real, but, like, I want to experience it. But then I question, like, and I remember asking Darius this when I talked to him very back in the beginning. But, and I don't know if he even understood my question of like, I clench my teeth. Like, I am not a relaxed person. And to get to that low level of relaxation is you really have to be relaxed completely. And I carry so much tension in my mouth and my jaw that I grind my teeth, and I he said that's not going to matter once you fall asleep. But so I don't know. I would have to learn the technique of re-waking myself up 20 minutes after I've fallen asleep, because I don't know. Or you just close your eyes and you wait to feel like, wait until you're moving. Feel like you're moving. People say they feel like they're falling, or they're floating, or they're raising, or they're like sloped going down. And it's like, I don't know. So out of body is, um, That's what I've been trying to do. I was really trying after my daughter got in her horrific accident and she was having her near-death experience. Like I wanted to interact with her, but now she's conscious enough, not communicative, but conscious enough that she's not passing back and forth between the two states, right, of consciousness. She's here. And Darius said in one of his interviews about the coma, when someone is in a coma state, like the way the soul works is like it can kind of pass more freely back and forth, where you hear people in near-death experiences that are like in the corner of the room observing that kind of stuff, where when you're in a coma you can kind of slip into consciousness and out, so they don't necessarily have to be right there, but at the same time you hear where people said, I heard everything, I just couldn't respond, or I was sleeping but I heard everything. So when I say slipped in both states of consciousness, that's what I was kind of picturing my daughter doing, was while she was in the coma, of going in and out. And I don't think that's happening anymore because of how aware she is. So I don't know if she's able to leave her body still or have those out of body experiences. But her heart rate's monitored at all times, and even overnight, I mean, it's still in the 60s or 70s, and it sounds like it has to get pretty low. And I don't have control over my emotions very well, as much as I do. If like you're like, hey, do you have control over your emotions? And I'm like, my ego's like, hell yeah, I do, man. What you talking about? But I don't really have control over my emotions the way I want to have control. I do in some situations, but I mean, I'm excited to have an out of body. And you almost can't go in with an excited attitude. You almost have to go in with the attitude of like, screw this, I'm doing it. I don't care. I'm not impressed. I'm just not impressed. I'm not going. I'm just going to do it. Almost like a mission, like a job. Like you are so indifferent on what you're experiencing that you almost have to have that attitude to at least get out. And then once you get far enough away from your body, you can kind of bring that childlike curiosity and excitement of like, holy shit, man, I'm out. Oh my God, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? Can I just fly real quick? Am I scared of heights in my soul? Right? Like, I'm not that scared. I'm a little scared. Oh, you get up there. I'm like, well, because you know that's the end. You fall. Like, I'm sorry. I'm scared of the heights. So, anyway, guys, I hope you guys have these out of bodies. Tell me about them. Let me know you did it. Whatever you listen to. There's also the what are those tapes called from the Monroe Institute? The Gateway tapes. Supposedly, and they're like 30 minutes, and it's kind of like builds upon each other. There's like 30 different tracks, and it's supposed to sync the hemispheres of your brain. Like one is like at a certain hertz and one's like 4 hertz off, and because of the difference, it syncs the brain, and is supposed to help. And that's kind of what they use to, I mean, because the government's been funding these out-of-body and near-death experiences since the 70s. Like, they know there's something to it. They've been trying to use it to their benefit of spying, espionage, all that stuff. So, I mean, the government doesn't pump in billions of dollars into projects that are not real. Let's just put it that way. So the fact that they're doing it says enough. And I think this out of body is what people are going to want to experience. There's another way called sleep paralysis. I've never had sleep paralysis, but if you ever wake up in sleep paralysis, don't be scared and just keep riding that wave and let your soul float above your body and get out of bed. Because most people are like, they're like deer in headlights, and they're like scared, and they're trying to wake themselves up. They're trying to wiggle a toe, but they have full mental capacity, but they're just like laying there. So it's like that's your soul and your body's sleeping. And that's a weird feeling. And there could be entities in the room, right? There, who knows what's around you when you're sleeping. But most of the things around you are friends, people that you've known, that are guides, that are there to try to help you and be there for you. Now, I don't know how, if they're there every night hoping you come out, or if they're like, oh, he's getting close, we will be there when he comes out. But a lot of people feel a negative energy, or they're scared, and that usually electroshocks the heart to wake them up into some type of panic, and that they don't do it. And so you really have to go listen to some of what Darius talks about of don't have any fear. Whatever you think you see, that's the other thing, is like if you are just completely knowing that the other side is real and you have nothing to fear, then whatever you see, you're going to be like, hey, what's up? You're not going to run from it because you know that thing can't hurt you. But if you don't know that yet and you see something, ghost figure, shadow figure, energy, blue energy, anything, you see anything, you're going to be scared, and you're going to fight or flight, right? So, you really have to get that fear of, there's a lot of fears that you have to conquer, because you have to conquer whatever your subconscious is throwing at you, possibly in what you're seeing. But then at the same time, you also have to know that you're coming back and not have a fear of actually dying, of death, of like, well, if I'm outside my body for too long, isn't my body just going to die? And there was a fear that I ran through after listening to a bunch of what Darius talks about, is like, they give you they ask you, they say, hey, do you want to stay on this side? And it's like, and you say, your people are feeling completeness and fullness, filled up, and they feel better than they've ever felt. They have more clarity. It feels amazing. Compared to the limited state that we're in now, it feels absolutely amazing. And a lot of people are like, you want to stay? Like, hell yeah, I want to stay. Why wouldn't I want to stay? This is amazing. But he also said that no one's ever tricked. But it's like, well, they might not be tricking you, but is like the false sense of this great feeling that you're in at this particular moment causing you to make an uneducated decision? And then there was like the one testimonial of the guy who said, yeah, I want to stay, but then he still woke up back in his bed, where there's a lot of these near-death experience stories where people are like, hey, I want to stay on the other side, and they're not allowed. You've got to come back. And it's like, why? Why do I have to come back? And then once you kind of understand the perspective of the soul, of like the pain that you're going to see caused on the people because of your departure, is going to make you want to come back and be a part of their life. And also, once you realize that it's going to feel like this was only only a few moments, a lifetime of experience that lasts moments, you're going to realize that, all right, I'll go back. Though it's going to feel like forever once you go back. Once you get back to the other side, you realize, that it was only a few moments, and like everything's good. So it's like, well, if it's only a few moments, why wouldn't you go put yourself in that situation? Because of the love and how much people need you. So But I think people are ready for some clarity with these out of body experiences. Like the information doesn't all rush back to you at once. It's kind of like a slow burn, you know? It's like if you ask, I wonder what this is, this world's all about. And then the answers start to fill you. It's all about fear and manipulation and control and power. And it's like you start thinking, and whatever you start thinking about, you start to get the knowledge. So you have access to all knowledge. But at the same time, it's not like blowing your head open that you don't know what to do. It's just like when you need the information, it's there for you. And so yeah, I continue. I implore you guys to continue to try having these out of body experiences because the clarity that I think is going to come back, and people are going to realize that, oh shit, this is real. I'm not just this human. I am a soul, and you've created this character. And you gotta still continue to kind of play this character while you realize that you're not this character. You're a better version of this character. And so it's it's a whole process, but it's kind of one of those things that like once you start to wake up, you can't necessarily stop. It's like once you start to see it, you can't go back to like pretend how you used to be. Like you can, but then that doesn't feel the same. But if you're trying to have these out of body experiences, you're probably wanting to know some stuff. You probably want some answers on what you should be doing, what this life is all about, what this means, what you need to be doing. Sometimes you don't want to hear the answers. Sometimes you don't want to, because you got to be really truthful when you get to this point of being truthful with yourself, or you're just deceiving yourself, and there's no point. But I don't know, man. You guys, keep on having your out of body experiences. Share them down below, and I'll talk at you soon. Peace.